Prophet.
Well, Prophet, it seems like you're in a bit of a jam. I hope you can unstick yourself. Oh, and what you did to my wife, it was nothing. I have others. The saga continues.
It's game time in Cleveland as the crowd is filling up the Quicken Loans Arena. Celtics are looking to end their road trip here with a strong outing.
Ready to go?
And so off the tip, it's Boston. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for Boston, Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Johnson is out there with Montejunas, and it's Mozgov in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Johnson, wide open, he fires. That's good, and it's Thomas picking up the assist.
And guys, we've seen teams hire college coaches with no NBA experience before. It hasn't always worked out, but for Boston, they have to be very pleased with Brad Stevens.
Now Thomas, after Kyle Korver missing on that last three-pointer. The 10-footer. Montejunas no luck. And so it's Cleveland with it. It's a three-point game. Korver against Thomas. Here's Curry with the three. Drains the three, and yes, he'll go to the line for one more. It's going to be on Avery Bradley.
And remember, you go back to when Steph Curry was in college, more of a shooting guard at Davidson, but he's worked relentlessly to not only improve his ball handling, but his vision. And now, all of a sudden, he's one of the most elusive ball handlers in the NBA.
6 to shoot. Johnson dishes to Mozgov. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Dishes it to Bradley. Johnson with it. Al-Farouq Amino covering. Good. Johnson's got 5 now. And Curry, certainly, Clark, a magician with the ball in his hands. He can really supply the terrific handle, razzle-dazzle moves, crossovers. He has it all.
He sure does, but on occasion he can be a little loose with it and turn it over some. That's been a focus both by him and the coaching staff. Attack, but do it with precision.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Thomas kicks to Montejunas. Now here's Johnson. He has 5. Out to the right wing. Clock at 4. Uncovered. Here's Mozgov. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. Boston shooting their first free throw of the night.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Curry passes to Korver. Nene kicks to Aminu. There's a good screen. Curry against Thomas. Curry wide open. That one rolling around and rims out.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Outside Thomas. Johnson outside. The Celtics working the ball around now. Here's Montejunas. Aminu grabs the miss. Cavaliers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Curry with it. Now Thomas defending. Nene the screen. Curry kicks to Korver. Here's Wright. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's on Moniunas.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
Thomas dishes to Moniunas. Picked by Mozgov. Thomas passes to Johnson. No good off the front iron.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Korver with it. Now guarded by Bradley. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by the Celtics. Curry against Thomas. Johnson outside. Mozgov a screen on Curry. And Steph Curry with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Now here's Thomas. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Just 5 on the clock. Bradley, no one around him. And the 3 ball is good.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Curry against Thomas.
Kevin.
What range on that shot.
Unbelievable.
It's amazing. For 3. Again, Curry missing.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Bradley kicks to Moniunas. Trying to find Mozgov. Gets it to him. It's good for his 2nd make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And they can up the ante a little bit there after that basket.
Yeah, you know, their lead's increasing, and they've got to be feeling better and better about the way this game is starting to play out now. So we'll see if they can close it out.
Thomas against Curry. Nene setting the pick for Curry. They get it again. Right. And he jams it with authority.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along instead of waiting until now, who knows?
Good chance here for Johnson. And no good as it rattles out. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Curry attacking. He dishes it to Nene. Thomas against Curry. Outside Thomas. Johnson dishes to Moniunas. Clock at 6. Plenty of space. Johnson, good. Johnson's got 7.
Guys, you know, you're not going to hit that shot too often. That's high risk.
It was a tough battle down the stretch, but the Celtics were able to get back into the playoffs last year.
And kind of just hovering around all season, but give them credit. They fought their way in and spent only 1 year out of the postseason in their rebuild.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
You know, for the Celtics, the actual playoff series didn't go well. They got swept by the Cavaliers, but most people will remember the injuries from the series more than the play, and the Celtics have a bright future, no doubt.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Pachulia, he's checked in for Wright. Bargnani comes in for Nene. Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for Al Farouk Aminu. And it's Williams in for Steph Curry. Pondexter, the pass to Williams. Pondexter kicks to Bargnani. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Bargnani's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, listen, it was a forgettable series for Celtics fans. However, the Celtics' young core were able to experience postseason basketball. That's something that you can really never replicate. I'm sure they'll be hungry for more of it, and credit Brad Stevens on a terrific job.
And yes, sir, that one drops. Turner's got his first basket of the night.
I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Picked by Bargnani. Williams kicks to Corbin. His three-pointers off the mark. And here's Boston. They're on a 17-7 run. Hansbrough is screen on Williams. Here's Weems. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Hansbrough. And it's Boston with another.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start. What handles? He broke the D down to the ground with that move.
Now Chalmers. Pass to Ezeli. Back to Chalmers. No good on the three. The Cavaliers trail by 9. And it's Korver off the drive. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams.
And he gets one to fall, and now one out of his first 4.
And Turner kicks to Weems. He feeds it to Hansbrough. Puts up the baby hook. And it's Boston with another. Last game for the Celtics, it was a loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Korver dishes to Williams. Feeds it to Bargnani. The pass to Williams. Kicks it out to Bargnani. Puts up a 3. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
He has such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
The shot by Turner, no good.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
Williams for 3. The rebound by Hansbrough. Celtics leading by 6. Hansbrough is screen on Williams. Chalmers pass to Hansbrough. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Hansbrough's got 6 points. And one thing about Mario Chalmers last season, he really had to play a different role. And it took him some time, Greg, to get used to.
Yeah, anytime your team loses a superstar like LeBron James, other guys get asked to do a little bit more. Mario was asked to be more of an aggressive scorer, a role that isn't so easy to jump into after 6 years of being that 4th or 5th option in the offense.
Ezeli kicks to Weems. No good from the wing. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Pondexter with it. Picked up by Turner. Shots good from Bargnani.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
And no doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
So going back to Mario Chalmers last year, guys, I mean, having to take on more of a scoring role was tough for him. His field goal percentage dropped 50 points from the season before. His three-point percentage dropped even more. His assist numbers were down. Well, I bet you part of that was the fact LeBron was no longer there.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston.
And on the topic of Chalmers, you know, he's a complimentary player, He can D up, he can hit the open three. He's been known to hit big shots, a solid finisher, and that is valuable. But when you ask him maybe to do a little too much, then you're not playing to his strength.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Nogueira, he's checked in for Pachulia. And it's Roberson in for Kyle Korver. The Celtics also with a sub. Caspi's checked in. Chalmers dishes to Caspi. Shoots. And the shot no good, a bit short. Williams with the ball. Bargnani sets the screen for Williams. Now the feed to Bargnani. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Boston on top, up by 2. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to the offensive glass.
Yep, and they've set the tone here early with the hustle they've come out with.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Caspi is out there with Festus Ezeli. And it's Johnson in a small forward. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to Portland. Thomas kicks to Johnson. Right side Bradley. Shot off the screen. Good on the jump shot. Bradley's got 8 points.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Here's Curry. Here's Nogueira. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. For Cleveland, they have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game. No good on that one.
Lucas Nogueira.
Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they were bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being, as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
Cavaliers trailing. Curry with it. Now guarded by Bradley. A clear look for Curry. Basket made. That's his 3rd of the game. He's 3 for 9 now. Ties back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Bradley kicks to Thomas. Johnson outside. Launches it. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. And Curry, here we go. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
Bad matchup for the defense, no doubt about it. Doesn't have the height to influence the shot there. Never mind blocking.
Thomas kicks to Bradley. Here's Mozgov. And the shot is good. Mozgov's got 7.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
It's Curry with the drive. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Boston.
Montejunas is checked in for Caspi.
Donatas Montejunas.
For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to Oklahoma City. Outside Thomas. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
That's the risky run by staying out there as he picks up his 3rd.
White, he's checked in for Nogueira. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Mozgov passes to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. The Boston Celtics figured to be near the bottom of the league last year. In many ways, they outperformed a lot of people's expectations.
And by no means were they a contender at any point, but they very well could be ahead of themselves in terms of the rebuilding process.
And with the Celtics being a surprise threat near the end of last season, even their losses were close games.
Williams, he's checked in for the Cavaliers.
Back up your point about the Celtics being in close games. I mean, their point differential on the year was less than where you would expect it to be for a team that made the playoffs. I mean, it really gives you an idea of how many close games they played.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Andre Robertson. Tyler Hansbrough is checked in for Boston. Thomas kicks to Moniunas. Thomas a screen. Outside Bradley. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Johnson. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And guys, Wesley Johnson, 4th overall pick back in the 2011 draft. Everyone thought he would have the jump shot to become a prolific scorer. And Clark, the length to defend at a high level.
Yeah, you know, in his rookie year, he averaged 9 points a game. Last year, his 5th, he averaged 10. I think it's to the point where he is what he is.
Nene, he's checked in for Cleveland. Aminu comes in for Quincy Pondexter.
You know, and getting back to Wesley Johnson, you kind of want to kidnap him and just chain him to a set of weights. I mean, he has all the natural ability in the world to be a difference maker, but he just lacks the strength to do anything with it. I mean, a voracious competitor in college. He's been relegated to marginal production at the pro level, and I really feel like a lot of it is because he physically struggles at times at this level.
Back to Thomas. Excellent D there from Williams. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Johnson outside. He kicks to Moniunas. Taken away by Nene. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Korver with the ball. Aminu dishes to Korver. Nene, the screen. Korver kicks to right. Puts up the baby hook. And Boston with the rebound. Moniunas has got his 3rd rebound on the night.
You know, on the topic of Wesley Johnson, I remember him in college. I remember the guy who took over games and even showed a certain toughness when he did it. He hasn't gotten to that point here in the pros, so he may soon be entering a crossroads in his career.
And Aminu kicks to Williams. Passes it to right. Outside for Korver. That one's good from the corner. And the Cavaliers lead by 4.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on the clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Here's Thomas. Korver with the defensive effort.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
It's stolen by Hansbrough. And the foul on Mo Williams. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Turner's checked in for Johnson. Sonny Weems comes in for Bradley. And it's Chalmers in for Isaiah Thomas. Now Cleveland moving it up. Korver gets a wide open look. Korver missing again.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Out left to the wing. Now the dish to Weems. Shot clock at 5. High post try. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
Right with a screen on Chalmers. Outside Williams. Nene, the screen. On the wing, Corver. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Williams has got 4 assists now tonight. Celtics trail by 4. There's a screen by Motiejunas. To the wing right side. Inside. Here's Hansbrough. That drops. Hansbrough's got 8.
And guys, the first year for David Blatt, he was second-guessed at every turn. And that happens when you are picked to make the finals, but also when you coach LeBron James.
A baseline J, and no good as it rattles out. The Celtics have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Turner with it. Now defended by Corver. Here's Weems. Takes the 13-footer. And another basket for Boston. And for Black, Greg, everyone did wonder if he would be the right fit early. As the season wore on and the Cavs got tougher, those questions, Clark, went away.
Yeah, and I think most people forget that he's an iconic coaching legend overseas.
Good point, yeah.
So coaching is coaching. Sure, it's not the NBA, but this guy brought a pedigree and resume that was quite substantial.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
A platoon swap here for Cleveland. Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Boston. So it's Boston now.
No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
And the second free throw, good.
And for the Cavs last season, their toughest test would be in the finals against the Warriors. Like every other team, they just couldn't handle the Warriors for a full series. A great run to the finals, and surely they'll want to return there this season.
6 to shoot. And again, it's Cleveland.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Chalmers pass to Turner. Back to Chalmers. Outside Turner. Here's Weems. Releases from the wing and drills it. Weems got 6.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Harris kicks to Roberson. Up top, Curry. And he gets it to go. Curry's got 8 points in the quarter.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
And here is Chalmers. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Well, a careless foul, and he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. The Celtics really seemed to get better as last season wore on, too. GA finished the year looking very dangerous.
Kevin, with the Celtics, they were dynamite after the All-Star break. Had the second best record in the Eastern Conference post-All-Star.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Calathes is checked in. And the Celtics also making a change. Caspi, he's checked in for Moniunas. And he makes all three.
You know, one of the big things for the Celtics after the All-Star break was they played smarter. I mean, they went from the middle of the pack in terms of turnovers to a team that rarely made mistakes.
Harris dishes to Calathes. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, that's a good point about the Celtics and their turnovers. Last year, after the All-Star break, they were 4th in the league in limiting their mistakes. They played well beyond their years down the stretch. And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. Goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
Turner passes to Chalmers. Kicks it to Ezeli. Shot, high post. They get the rebound. Outside Turner. Out left to the wing. Weems. Boston again missing.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
Ezeli inside. Pachulia covering. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Well, as rough as the Cavs might have started the season, Clark, they were all at peace near the end. Things turned around certainly after the All-Star break. Had their amazing playoff run, great momentum, and that confidence showed every game they played.
Really did, and I thought the big three found a way to come together nicely and smooth out the rough spots, and James, Irvin, and Love ended up being the highest scoring trio in the league last year.
And Robertson kicks to Calathes. Good if it goes. No good on that last second attempt there. It's a tie game here in Cleveland. Stay with us, folks. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
Take a look at what Curry's done. He has 14 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. They've got Al-Farouq Aminu. Nogueira out there with Nene. Then there's Kyle Korver. And it's Curry in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for David Blatt. And slam dunk by Nene.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
That's to Moniunas. Bradley dishes to Johnson. Back to Bradley. Goes up on the wing. And the rebound goes to Nene. Cavaliers leading. Launches a three. And there's Korver on the assist by Curry. 9 points in the game for Kyle Korver.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Moniunas. Back to Bradley. Johnson attacking. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Curry kicks to Nogueira. To the inside. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
Nogueira gets a screen for Curry. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level, was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us, and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
And with Curry winning his first NBA MVP award, he played the fewest minutes by an MVP in league history, mostly because his team was up by so much he got to sit a number of fourth quarters.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And with Curry and the MVP, there was some pressure with Harden. Relatively close voting, but Curry was the clear winner. Hard to argue with the season he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year.
Brandon Wright's checked in for Cleveland. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Curry against Thomas. Picked by Mozgov. Thomas kicks to Moniunas. Outside Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Mozgov. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Wright's got his 4th rebound in this one. Korver passes to Curry. Back to Korver. Fires the 3. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists tonight. Thomas against Curry. Outside for Thomas. Boston again missing.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories. Rebounds just being one of them. Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Outside Bradley. Upside Thomas. Bradley dishes to Johnson. Picked by Mozgov. Johnson kicks to Mozgov. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
Bradley with the ball. Al-Farouq Amino covering. Dishes it to Mozgov. Outside Thomas. Mozgov drives in. Kicks it out to Johnson. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Johnson's got 5 points now this quarter.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Wright sets a screen. Off the pick. And the shot's good from Nene.
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
Celtics trailed by 7. Thomas passes to Bradley. Moniunas kicks to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Boston. On the wing, Johnson. And there's the call on Nene. That's his first foul. That's good from Johnson on the assist by Bradley. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Cleveland.
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
Boston making a switch here. Hansbrough's checked in. Nene with the screen on Thomas. Curry with it. Now Thomas defending from about 16. And another field goal in his total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Mozgov kicks to Hansbrough. There's a screen by Hansbrough. It's Bradley on the wing. Misses off the left iron.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
Here's Curry with the three. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts. Boston took a lot of steps forward last season with their coach, Brad Stevens. Still, though, their defense was near the middle of the road. That will need some tweaking.
Yeah, and you could say that seemed to be the limiting factor, Kevin, in how far they eventually went. Strange, given how several years ago they were an offensive juggernaut.
The Cavaliers leading by 7. Nene, the screen. Now here's Curry. 23 points in the game. To the middle. And the shot's good from Nene. Nene's got 6 points in the quarter.
Sound offensively. Really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
Back to Thomas. Johnson right side. It's stolen by Aminu. Curry outside. Cannot hit. Great D that time from Thomas. Celtics trail by 9. He dishes it to Mozgov. Pass to Hansbrough. And it's Bradley off the drive. Poked loose. Here's Mozgov. It's rebounded by Cleveland. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Corker with the ball. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Pachulia, he's checked in for Wright. Bargnani comes in for Nene. Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for Al Farouk Aminu. And Mo Williams subbed in for Kyle Korver. Curry against Thomas. Gets the 14-footer to fall. 25 points for Steph Curry.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Curry against Thomas. He feeds it to Bradley. And Bargnani sends it back. And now Curry running the floor all by himself. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. Curry's got 13 points in the second half.
Guys, Bargnani was compared to several other international players when he came out. Some said he was Nowitzki. Others thought he might be more like Yao Ming in terms of impact. Ming was the only other player taken 1 overall who had never played high school or college hoops.
Now a timeout called by Boston. And going back to international comparisons, Bargnani was keeping some pace with Nowitzki over his first 5 years. But that's when the injury bug laid into him, and that's not been the case.
You know, and Bargnani was really starting to play great on the offensive end, and defensively, he started to make an impact. But Nowitzki, on the other hand, just kept rising all the way to that true Hall of Fame status. Bargnani still searching.
Roberson, he's checked in for Curry. And then for Boston. Evan Turner, he's checked in for Johnson. Sonny Weems comes in for Bradley. And it's Chalmers in for Thomas.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Here's Williams. Soft touch off the glass. Williams has got 7.
And chalk up a few more points for him there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
Absolutely. I echo that sentiment. Their offense, their defense. I mean, it's all been terrific.
Here's Weems. He's got 9. Back to Chalmers. And that time, also a missed shot. The Cavaliers leading by 15. Now Williams. Looking for Pachulia. He gets it there. Shoots. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Boston's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Azili dishes to Chalmers. Weems passes to Hansbrough. It's rebounded by Bargnani. Bargnani's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Soft touch off the glass. Bargnani's got 15 points.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
And Chalmers kicks to Weems. There's a screen by Hansbrough. And it's Weems missing.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Bargnani down low. He's against Hansbrough. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Injuries have certainly taken their toll on Bargnani, culminating in disaster last season. Greg shooting up for only 29 games, the fewest ever in his career.
Yeah, I mean, he had a series of leg injuries, the hammy, the calf. Really unfortunate part about it is that he has so much talent, but yet really to develop that on the floor because of all the issues.
Turner dishes to Chalmers. Back to Turner. The Celtics working the ball around now. And Caspi kicks to Weems. Feeds it to Caspi. Stolen by Bargnani. Down low. Caspi with the bucket.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 19-7 run.
And in thinking about Bargnani's impact, he's a guy who can generate points from every spot on the floor. 3-point range, converts at the rim. He's about 7 feet tall, 250 pounds, and shoots free throws like a guard.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
There's the pass to Roberson. Williams, that's for 2. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Cavalier. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Celtics trail by 19. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Montiunas up there with Johnson. And it's Mozgov in the center position. And the foul on Mo Williams. That's foul number 2 for him. Thomas again. Williams. Thomas passes to Montiunas. Outside for Thomas. Shot clock at 3. Excellent D there from Williams.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number 1, this game is out of hand.
Exactly, Clark. Their lead is not surprising given their advantage on the backcourt.
Roberson dishes to Pondexter. That's short off the rim. Celtics trail by 19. Thomas gets a wide open look. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Thomas got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Celtics. Williams kicks to Roberson. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Deep two from Pondexter. Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got his third rebound on the night. Thomas kicks to Montejunas. Hits it from three-point range.
What are they thinking leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what David Blatt said to the team. He was propping his guys up for their defensive pressure, saying, listen, the pressure you put on them has been fantastic. Keep pestering them, keep forcing turnovers, and we'll be in a great position to win this thing.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
The feed to Mozgov. Thomas a screen. Montejunas passes to Johnson. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
You have got to make some kind of a defensive adjustment here. He is just lighting them up from beyond.
Greg, I don't know what else they can do. I mean, even when they've closed out on him, he's still been knocking them down.
Here's Roberson. He's guarded by Thomas. It's Williams with the drive. Roberson can't hit.
There are going to be times, I think, when it's okay to take a shot like that, but not on that possession.
Well, when would the times be, partner? Well, I'll get back to you later. The only excuse for a shot like that is if you're trying to beat the buzzer. That's the only time you can justify it.
The shot by Thomas. And another basket for Boston. Williams with the ball. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Nogueira dishes to Roberson. And Aminu kicks to Roberson. Off target from three-point range.
I'll tell you what, you can shake your confidence missing wide open shots like that.
And here is Thomas. He kicks to Montejunas. Outside Bradley. To the paint. And with that shot, the Cleveland lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Montejunas.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches. The complexion of this game has completely changed.
Yeah, and that was the only thing that could have brought him back in this game. Everything had to start dropping. And boy, have they gotten on a roll.
And Thomas, here we go. The jump hook. And it's off the back rim. No good.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics. At least as I look at it.
And the call goes against Wesley Johnson. That is his first foul of the game. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. White, he's checked in for Nogueira. Nene comes in for Bargnani. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Andre Robertson. And Curry subbed in for Williams. The three from Korver. The shot is off. Bradley with some nice D. Celtics trail by 12. Johnson, the pass to Montejunas. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 4 assists in the game.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Back to Thomas. but they recover it. Passes it to Montiunas. Montiunas, that's a screen for Johnson. And Thomas, here we go. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Nene.
And Isaiah Thomas, traded last season from Phoenix over to Boston, seemed to be a matter of fit and not production as to why they moved him.
Greg, you were talking about Isaiah Thomas. He had no love lost for the Suns. In their first meeting, he took them apart, Clark, on the floor. Remember that game? Stared them down as he was hitting shots. Looked at that bench, man. He had a big chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, and you know, most guys that are a little undersized and have battled doubters all their careers bring that kind of edge anyway. You throw in the fact that he was disappointed how the trade unfolded. He was amped up and ready for that return visit.
The dish to Mozgov. Makes it off the glass.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
And that's been their focus, it seems, throughout the game. I like the discipline that they've showed in terms of creating those opportunities on the inside.
Wright sets a screen. Outside Curry. From deep three-point range. Korver missing again.
And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
And the basket by Johnson.
And you talk about getting back into the game, folks. 3 is better than 2.
Always simple math. That's that UNLV education coming to play. He knows all about that as well. Most of his points have been three-point shots.
Come on now. We got calculus at our school.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
And guys, as much as Isaiah Thomas can help you on offense, at times he can hurt you on the defensive side. Immediately posted up by whomever he's guarding, you have to give help. And, of course, that leaves your defense vulnerable, particularly on the weak side and controlling that defensive backboard.
The Cavaliers leading by 5. Curry kicks to Korver. Nene, the screen. Korver with it. Now Thomas defending. Back to Curry. Hits the target from 18 feet. Curry's got 29.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Picked by Mozgov. Bradley dishes to Thomas. Montiunas kicks to Thomas. Pass to Montiunas. Releases. And it's Boston with another.
We're seeing him bring that shooting percentage up now, guys. The first half was a struggle for him.
Nene with the screen on Thomas. Curry outside. The long distance three is good. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter. Kicks it to Mozgov. Dishes it to Johnson. Johnson double teamed. It's Bradley on the wing. And the jam by Montiunas.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself, because I could never throw it down like that, but I will say it sure looks fun, doesn't it?
Korver kicks to Curry. Here's Nene, and it's blocked. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Montiunas. Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Boston. Celtics on D. Pass to Korver. Back to Curry. Lets it go with the three. The rebound by Johnson.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Montiunas passes to Bradley. And play stops. as it looks like they call an over the back here.
Boy, did he go hard to the boards, but clearly went over the back in doing it.
Yeah, kudos for the effort. I always love that kind of effort, but he was just a little overzealous.
Outside Curry. He dishes it to Korver. Nene kicks to Aminu. Korver is screen on Johnson. But they'll get another chance. The shot by Curry, no good. Thomas dishes to Bradley. He feeds it to Azili. And Thomas has it in the corner. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Thomas against Curry. Feeds to Wright. And there's the pass to Aminu. Wright with a screen on Johnson. Curry can't get it to go. Celtics trail by 6. Johnson with it. Now Wright defending. And Thomas, here we go. Yes! And the foul. They get Stephen Curry.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Not when the game's hanging in the balance. That makes it a little different. He was going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way on that one. Looking at the game for Thomas, he has 9 points, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
He can just change a game with his defense, and he's thrown off their rhythm completely the last several possessions.
One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
He's on fire. They needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. A different look now for Cleveland. Pachulia, he's checked in for Wright. And it's Pondexter in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Celtics trail by 5. It's Bradley on the wing. It's stolen by Korver. Curry against Modi Yunus. Out to the right wing. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Curry. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And it's a 7-point Cavalier lead.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And Thomas, here we go. There's a screen by Modi Yunus. Thomas against Curry. Here's Johnson. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Outside Curry. Nene, the screen. Nene with the screen on Thomas. Nene, right side. Curry passes to Korver. To the right side. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Boston's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the 4th. Outside Thomas. Over to the wing. "36 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Bradley against Curry. Just 5 to shoot. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Here's Pachulia. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And the Cavaliers lead by 9. And Thomas, here we go. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Here's Chalmers. To the left side wing. Misses and the dry spell continues. So we see the Cavaliers get the win here.